Let's just briefly touch on the young Socceroos. They beat Iraq 3-2. Cracking game, wasn't it? Great comeback. Some brilliant goals in this game. Jovanovic scored from about 2 miles away. I'd have to lay up. I'd have to play I'd play a 7-iron and then another 7, I think, for that. He was 200 miles away.
Cooper, I think he's still lying there, disappointed.
He had to sit down. Qualified for the Under-20 World Cup for the first time in 12 years, so that's great.
It's fantastic. But again, hopefully, the trend we're seeing is that young players, we see it in the A-League. There's, the flourish of, even in that squad, there's a good amount of A-League players, but also good young players that are playing abroad. So it seems, there's a bit of momentum because, I must say, honestly, I was worried. You see the drop off a little bit, and again with not qualifying, but for these players now to get that exposure to go to Chile to play against the best talent on the planet, I think it's fantastic. And we saw Kikianis obviously getting the second goal. Jovanovic obviously in the A-League. Bartoletto.
It was a great hit from him as well.
Yeah, so he's now at Victory. That's a fantastic I think advertisement for local football and for young players.
Yeah, and I will say too, I feel that this year that maybe we've had to use a lot of these young players, and so for them, they've developed playing in the A-League against men week in, week out. They're playing consistently, which transfers over to the young Socceroos, whereas maybe in the past, a lot of these guys haven't had that opportunity to play first team football, play against strong men opposition week in, week out. And then they go there a bit underdone because they're just playing against or playing in the MPL, playing against players their own age. And you can see with the squad there now, majority of them are playing senior football and consistently. So that's, I think, a big reason why they're performing, and that now they're into a World Cup, which is great because 12 years is a long, long time. And we've always seen with World Cups, someone has a great one, they go on to, and this is where it's kind of started back in the day for a golden generation. They played at a young Joey's or a Joey's World Cup or a young, one of those under-17 World Cups, under-20 World Cups. They go on to have a good tournament. They go overseas. They play in a big league, big club, and that's when we start to see big performance.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting now. They play Japan in the semi-final.
Yes.
And you got to look at Japan as the pinnacle of talent development and structure and how they, generate new players. So, that'll be a huge measuring stick on where you actually stand, because you're starting to compete with, the best of Asia.